why are you so lewd? Why are you so lewd, sir? Okay, and then we hit this button, and then we're live. Yeah, we're live. Look at that. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you all doing? I hope you are having a wonderful day. It is Friday, July 20th, and you know what that means? You know what it means? When it's Friday, July 20th. Wait, are you this way? Yeah, you're that way.
Which direction am I pointing?
Where are you? Do you know what it means when it's Friday, July 20th? And do you know what it means when it's Friday at 8 p.m., Coyote?
It's Friday.
Get down on Friday.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. That means it's time for the weekly TeamEmmsie podcast. And you guys know that this is the place that you guys want to be, because if you're not here, then you're missing out, guys. I mean, look at this fantastic gentleman that we have here between Rev and I.
Wait, who are you? These guys right here? Are you talking about all these people right here?
Yes.
We have so many people right here. Look at them all talking. They're the best.
Look at them go. Actually, they just completely blew up the chat, and I mean, like. Wow, we've got so many emotes represented going on in the chat right now. It just completely lit up.
The hype is real.
The hype is the realest.
The real, yeah. I know. You know what? And can I tell you something? This actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. This is something that you and I have actually talked about a fair bit, both on our perspective streams and also in real life.
Homoerotic humor?
Yes. Well, it's not humor when it's with you, sir. No, but
well, you know.
I'll tell you, I had a really, really bad week. And I know you've been having a bit of a rough week too, but you know, that happens, right? We have bad weeks, stuff happens IRL, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And I gotta be honest with you, man, almost every day this week when it was time for my scheduled stream, I was like, I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to even stream.
Oh man, I feel.
But you know what happened? You know what happened, right?
You went live. You struggled there for a little bit, like right before like that go live button, pushing that button. You kind of had that moment of pause, and then you just bit the bullet. You pushed it, and let me guess, half hour in, you ease into it. First hour's down, and you're just rolling with it, right? You catch that streamer's high.
That's right, and it's because of these guys. It's because of chat, dude. Today, this morning, I felt like garbage. But by the time I ended my stream, man, I felt great. And it's, what do we call it? Stream therapy, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I find that the stream therapy, it's therapy for me, obviously, because I love this whole thing. Getting to meet and interact and see the chat go by and whatnot, for sure. But it is also a very centering thing for me. I find that even though, sometimes life could be anxious, or you might feel sick or depressed or whatever have you, and then you go live, you get in the zone. It's a really, really great outlet. It's such a fantastic creative outlet and a really enriching experience when you get to know your chat and your community.
Yeah. And when you have that backing, it's such a great thing to be able to turn your mood. To use the cliche, turn that frown upside down.
Well, mostly because we're stringing you up by your toenails and shaking you for any pocket change.
No, listen, if one of us is upside down, it's because we're in an inverted standing man-on-man 69, and you know that.
I mean, you could probably lift me up just by my hair, so at that point...
I mean, I have lifted you up quite easily, and I'm not a strong man. You're just a
first time that we met. Yeah. First time we met, you just lifted me right off the ground, and you're like, "Coyote's here!" Like, I was over your shoulder, and that's the kind of friendships that you can make if you give your entire the entire essence of you. If you're a successful streamer in that, when you're on stream, people get to know you, you get to know them, the networking and the camaraderie that you have with your chat and the community building that you do. Yeah, of course, you're going to make some amazing friends.
Dude, Tyrannicorn goes, I love the bromance.
I love the bromance too, man.
Jen, you should see us in real life. I mean, straight up homoeroticism. It's not even... You know what, though? I feel bad. We every minute that I spend glaring and lovingly gazing at Coyote. Every minute that I do that, we're taking away from. Get back here! Get over here! Oh, actually, you were getting closer to me.
No, I went the wrong way.
You went the wrong. You actually were coming closer to me.
I was hiding behind chat.
Yeah, chat's not going to protect you. They're not going to.
No.
They're not
going
to
to save me.
Oh no. We're taking away. We've got let me just real quick. Let me just tell everyone. We do have a streamer. TeamEmmsie has a streamer of the week. This week's streamer of the week is Savage Rat 26. So big round of applause for Savage Rat 26.
My boss, Savage.
But he could not join us on tonight's podcast. And we tried a couple different things. We tried pre-recording an interview, but there were technical difficulties. He was having problems with his webcam, then he was having problems with his internet connection, and he unfortunately couldn't make it. So we won't have Savage Rat 26 on the podcast tonight. But he is going to be our streamer of the week, so make sure you check him out. Make sure you're in the TeamEmmsie Discord, and make sure you're watching for him to go live, and check him out and show him some love. But we do have something else really cool, and that is the addition of a new host to the podcast team. I'm going to let my man Coyote tell you a little bit about who the new host is.
So you might know her. She is of the female persuasion, the first female to join our rather male ranks.
Boobs!
Boobs. Yes. One might even say she's just a little bit raw.
Oh.
I want to see you guys get loud and get rowdy in chat. We're going to introduce our next host, the newest member of the TeamEmmsie podcast, MissRaaw!
Woo! All right, let me transition this over and...
Well.
And you guys are live.
Yo! Welcome everybody to the TeamEmmsie podcast here. I gotta mute some things. I am D-Bach. I am joined here by Mr. Phoenix Ryan himself.
Hello.
And our newest addition, MissRaaw. Give it up, everybody.
Woo! Hi, everybody.
Yo,
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you for joining us. We needed this estrogen on the screen with us because when you have so much testosterone all the time, it just gets like a sausage fest in here. So we had to do something, and I'm glad you're here.
You needed a how to put this right? Lady cave in the
Yes. Yes.
I mean that's one way of putting it, I suppose.
So I am sure that the entire chat is super surprised and excited that you're here. So how do you feel after all this?
like I just got the like I got asked like 2 days ago. So this has been like I wasn't sure that I was gonna participate tonight, but I'm really stoked to be here. But yeah, I'm just happy, and I feel humbled by getting the question of joining you. So yeah, I'm just happy.
That is awesome. I'm super stoked because I'm always talking to you in chat, and then now I don't have to talk to you in chat. I can just talk to you here,
Talk here, yeah.
along with everybody else. And Lottie, I have testosterone. Okay, she's calling me out in chat saying I don't have testosterone, and I do. Okay, I do.
Lottie, nice.
So, Mr. Phoenix Ryan, what do you think, sir?
What do I think about MissRaaw joining the team? Well, I'm happy. I'm super happy. It couldn't have happened to a nicer person. I've gotten to know MissRaaw a little bit through my own streams. MissRaaw sometimes partakes in joining me on Dead by Daylight, and yeah, she's a very capable survivor that can hold her own, and I'm sure she'll survive and hold her own just here as well.
Trying
Yes.
to survive without screaming so much
Yeah.
in panic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll manage.
I gotta-
Well,
I have to reinstall that game so I can join you guys. I haven't played it in forever. I know I'll give up the generators every time because I just I just suck. God, is that you?
God?
I,
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, yeah.
I'm not religious. I didn't hear anything.
No, but like in the first, I always thought that Dead by Daylight was a really boring game. But then I had someone, I'm not gonna call out her name, but she's in chat. She persuaded me to start gaming it, and that's like all I game right now. I left Fortnite. I don't play anything else, so I love it.
You love Fortnite, huh? Dude, I suck so bad at that game, too. I think I'm just going to come to the conclusion that I suck at video games. That's it.
Aw.
Look, we can't always be. So for those of you wondering why MissRaaw just said kitty, because you guys in chat have zero freaking context here, right? Dosrev just activated his camera and just came back on. Because normally he hides himself away while we do this thing, so that he's not disturbing us or distracting us, right? He just took it off and just waved the cat in front of the,
Yeah, it was
the
cute.
camera. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I think-
it was all up close and personal as well.
I tell
Cute
you,
cat.
man. I sometimes it throws me off guard so bad that I'm just like, wait, what? it's crazy.
What just happened?
The
Well, there was a cat on the screen, and then you reacted to it. That's what happened.
I totally had something to talk about before the cat hit the
Before I was like,
screen.
kitty.
And now I don't even know.
See, now we are officially distracted. Well done, Dosrev.
Yes,
well done.
You did a
went and did that.
fantastic job.
Yeah, you did. And we
Yeah,
were talking about Dead by Daylight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What? No, you said you love Fortnite.
No, I'm not a fan of
Gee,
no.
Fortnite.
He's not talking to you,
I was
Ryan.
talking to Miss Raw.
Oh,
My God, man, make it more specific.
everything is not about you, okay?
Yeah, we got new talent on here, and she doesn't even need a beard to be awesome. See,
Fair enough.
I can't grow a beard, so even if I could, I wouldn't be awesome because mine looks like it's all just spotty. It's too much.
But yeah, so I played a lot of Fortnite. I loved it, but I really don't know what put me off. I just don't play it anymore.
I got you. See, we're just so you know, Miss Raw, they love you so much in chat. We already have a request to take us guys off the stream and make you a full stream cast. They don't even want to see us no more. They just want to see you.
Yeah, they're
It's just
asking for
Denise.
me to go away. Oh, wait, no.
Ah,
The
kitty!
bee can stay.
Kitty, yeah.
Thank you, Lady B.
Maybe.
So-
oh.
So now that you have
Well,
like a
those
host,
are just it. Dosrev putting the pussy in action for everyone to
Yes.
say.
Oh my God, this has become lewd.
we are gonna get banned for having so much pussy on the screen. It's
Oh my Lord.
it's gonna happen.
It cannot be too
Oh,
much pussy.
Lord. This was not in my contract, Dosrev. I want a pay rise.
Phoenix is over here like I don't even know if I want to continue this conversation. I was gonna say now that you're a host, do you have any ideas that like you would like to see implemented into the stream possibly, or anything like that, or are you kind of just like I'm gonna ride it out, I'm gonna go with the flow?
I mean, I haven't, as this have been like a very fast paced period from when I got the question of joining, I really haven't thought about it. So I'm probably just gonna slide on a wait, what's the Swedish saying? glida in på en räkmacka, which is sliding in on a shrimp sandwich, which is basically that you get served everything and you're just sitting there like a fucking queen or king. Like,
Nice.
so I'm gonna let you show me how to do these things, and hopefully I will come
See,
up with something.
that's your first mistake. Is you're gonna let us try to show you.
I-
I know
I'm-
I wing it. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I just come on here and I talk a little bit, and I got my boy like Phoenix over here like helping me out a little bit, but I have zero idea.
I'm just gonna let you
Yeah.
think that you're in control.
I
You-
like it.
You see, here's the thing. Me and D-Bot make quite a good team
Yes.
because he likes to wing it and he can do things off the cuff. This is something that, you know, I struggle with because I have a terrible stutter. So a lot of the time I pre-plan and I think about what I'm going to do ahead of time and I actually put some work into doing things.
And me, I just literally come home from work and I take a shower and I get all my stuff off and I put my PJs on and I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna totally wing this shit tonight.
With those Jack Skeleton
Those
PJs.
were Jack Skeleton.
Yeah,
looking-
dude, I have PJs too.
Yes, it's a PJ party.
It's
See,
a pa-
now,
oh god,
here's where the problem
pajama
comes in.
party.
Because I would ask Phoenix to show us his pants, but as we know,
No.
As we
too
know-
lewd for too lewd for stream.
Too
no,
this is
no,
a
no.
no pants stream for Phoenix. He's like, you know what,
No.
guys? He said, Team M, you guys are so awesome. I'm going pantsless. And I was like, yo, I need to get on his level. That's what I said. But here I am, and
man.
here I am in my Jack Skellington PJs. But yeah, I literally just, I've always grown up with the phrase fake it till you make it. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but fake it till you make it. It's pretty much, if you don't know what you're doing, you just pretend like you absolutely have an idea of exactly what you're doing until you know what you're doing. Because at any given time, something can happen, or somebody can say something, or somebody can ask you something, and they're expecting an answer, and they're expecting you to give it to them. And if you can't, then that may be a missed opportunity. So
Yeah.
you just kind of just pretend like you know exactly what the hell you're talking about, and you do it perfectly. See? Yes.
I got you, chat. I mean, what?
If in doubt, fake it until you make it.
Yes. And I mean, that actually works for the streams too, actually. 'Cause I do the same thing. So TeamEmmsie, if you're listening, just go on your streams, right? And if you're so nervous that you don't know what to do, just fake it till you make it. Just go on there and pretend like you're Ninja, or you know, Dr. Disrespect, or any of the other big name people. Just pretend like you know exactly what you're talking about. That's,
I mean,
that's my
that
advice
is
for the day.
trick.
You know what? Screw it. I'm out. That's my advice for the day. Thanks, y'all.
Yay, chair stream. Let's do it. Chair stream. All right. So let's pick this up, shall we? We've got. Oh no, he's back.
Oh,
Fudge!
Oh no, our entire topic list is going to get completely derailed again. No, it's fine. I'm joking, of course. What am I?
So
Don't you ever leave us again, okay?
oh, you know what? Now that you said that, I will never leave your guys' side. I am so sorry I did.
See, you upset our new host.
I am
Why-
sorry.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Deepak?
I didn't mean it. I swear I didn't mean it. Oh my goodness. So you're not even doing okay, so we just got told by our producer that
Mhm.
our new host isn't even doing the podcast with us. She's playing Dead by Daylight right now. MissRaaw, comment, MissRaaw, comment. Guilty as charged.
I implement the, what do you say? Fifth
I
thing?
plead the fifth. can't believe we're so boring that we're like 5 minutes into the stream and she's already checked out. She's like, you know what?
Sorry, chat.
You know what?
No,
Deuces.
I have no idea. I don't even have the game running, so I don't know why.
it's probably Discord just being Discord.
Well, before you get back into this conversation, as Datasaurus has pointed out, obviously finish your gen first. Make sure you finish your gen first.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always moaning at all of my teammates. Finish the damn gens. Do them. God damn.
Instead of running around.
I can't do everything.
Oh God.
What?
This has been a workout. I've already came in. I was emotional to find out that we got MissRaaw as a host.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just dropped like the best information for a streamer that they could ever have. And I dropped the mic and I walked away. And now I'm back, and I'm just like, I'm now resting, and I'm just exhausted from resting. Like I'm just, I'm good now.
Wait, is that all it takes?
That's pretty much all it took, y'all.
Oh wow.
He's exhausted, boys.
Wow. Wow. That's
The,
a 60-second penalty. That's a 60-second
Wow.
penalty. You gotta wait before you can use that sprint burst again. Oh, more Dead by Daylight.
Damn it.
Ah.
Damn it.
MissRaaw is my
Um,
personal healer because of empathy perk. Okay.
Yes.
I can see all of you when you're damaged. Yes. When you're hurt.
So I can't wait to get like just things going and see what Rev has in store with you, because there's a bunch of things I guarantee he can't.
What?
What are you laughing at?
The stream is going. The stream's going crazy. I don't know if you guys are. I have.
Are you all right?
Okay, so I have the stream up on my left monitor, and I have the chat. I have the chat, and you guys right here, and I got my other stuff up there.
Yeah.
But somebody, and I'm wondering if it's the producer, is just throwing random shit all over the podcast on the live. But it was hilarious. It made me fun. It made me funny.
I would never.
It made you fun?
Yeah, it made me funny.
No, you said it made you fun.
Yeah,
it made you fun.
It made me funny. It made me fun. So anyway, there's a bunch of things that Rev obviously can't throw us into, and I can't wait for him to throw you into them. I just can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited.
Like what?
Huh? Phoenix.
Like what?
Phoenix. We're not gonna talk about it.
Facebook.
Oh.
You weren't supposed to ask that question.
Oh.
I don't have anything. I'm just trying to make conversation because everybody's just kind of being quiet. But then you asked me, like...
You're asking the
MissRaaw,
quietest
ready?
man on this podcast. Well, I mean, I can certainly chip in. That's no problem. That's no problem at all. Let me...
There we go. There we
Okay,
go.
prepare yourself, chat.
Stretch it out.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Yes!
Oh.
God, that's what I was waiting for the yes the whole
Wait,
time.
what?
No, it doesn't matter. She said, yeah, you know what?
Wait, what?
Share stream again.
Right. Getting back to the topic list.
Shoot.
So, how do you feel that you're going to adapt to life on the podcast?
Oh, you know what? Thank you so much for asking. I think I think I'm gonna do great. I think I'm gonna work myself right in there, you know, and just literally fake it till I make it. Oh, Oh, I'm so sorry. That was for her. Oh, I'm sorry, MissRaaw. MissRaaw.
Yeah.
Phoenix asked you a question.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I think the only thing that I have to adapt to is time zone, because right now it's almost 2:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, it's always on Friday, so that's a good thing.
What time is it there at the moment?
I just said 2:30 a.m.
See,
I'm not even
sassy as well. See,
listen, I'm
Yeah.
completely, I completely missed it. Like I'm sitting here, like
You see, it's fucking pitch black outside.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
2:30 in the morning.
I was reading chat and I completely missed it.
But
Golly,
It's
that's
the thing is,
okay.
you asked the question and then just like zoned out for the answer.
just I'm like I don't even know.
It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. I got this. I got this.
2:30 though. 2:30 though. That sucks to have to stay up that late. But we, as a team, certainly appreciate you coming in and taking one for the team for staying up, because it's actually quite late for you too, Phoenix, isn't it?
Yep, it's 1:30 in the morning for me, and I don't mind doing it because I love being here. I love being a part of the team and getting to speak with people that ordinarily I might not get the opportunity to do so, and just kind of chat some shits, really.
Yeah.
You know, just talk about some stuff that I might not otherwise have the platform to do it on. And being able to kind of hang with some really cool ass people.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say yes if I didn't want that as well. Like, I'm not doing it for any other reason than, to communicate and be with you guys and have fun. And so, yeah.
I mean, there you go. There you go. Exactly. Debot, that was exactly what I said.
Yeah,
I'm glad. The
glad.
Best of reasons.
I am so glad that 2 of 3 of us have such genuine reasons why we're here. See, I just like to have my face on screen. So
I mean, that's
I'm just like,
a genuine reason too. You know, it's a genuine reason. You like seeing yourself.
I love seeing myself, and it's so great. I'm totally lying, by the way. TeamEmmsie is honestly one of the reasons why I came back to streaming. I did stop streaming for a long time, and then I was on Twitter one day, and TeamEmmsie is actually what brought me back. And then I was floored when I was asked if I wanted to be a host, and I mean, it's been great ever since. So I'm totally kidding. I actually have a great reason to be here. Okay, it's not just because I like to see my face.
Although it helps.
Although it does help seeing me.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being super mean to you today. I'm not trying to be.
No, I don't feel that at all, honestly.
Oh, that's all right.
And
then.
plus,
that's all right.
You both have a reason to actually be mad at me anyway, because it's only 8:30 here, so y'all can just suck it. Like, while you guys are sitting here losing sleep, I'm sitting here like, yeah, well.
Well, it's only like
I still got like my whole night left.
I mean, you can do this, and then you can go grab a steak or whatever.
I see her. She's hovering the mouse over the red button right now. It's like she's like, you know what? Screw these guys. I'm going to sleep.
No, she's fixing gens on her other screen. I'm telling you now.
Oh.
That's what she's doing.
No.
That's probably exactly what she's doing.
I mean, at least I could multitask and do 2 things at the same time.
Oh, I can't stream and play video games at the same time.
No.
Don't ask me to do that.
Oh, my heart is like, I think like, God, that just struck me so hard. Are you telling me I can't multitask? listen, just because I can't read chat and listen to the answer that I asked for, okay, doesn't mean that I can't multitask.
I want to. Sorry to interrupt you there, Dee, but I want to know what the hell Dosrev is talking about in
stop
chat.
it.
Because she's your beard. Never mind, I'll show myself out. What have I missed?
What
What the heck is going on in chat?
Why the heck?
I was calling Coyote gay.
Oh, dang,
What?
got him, Coyote. Everybody heard it here first, everybody. Mr. Coyote Wildfire, our lovely host that you seen earlier, Dosrev just totally came out for him. I don't know if that's even a thing. Is that, Phoenix, is that like a thing?
He pushed him out of the closet.
I think you can have somebody come out on your behalf. That is a thing, but obviously it's not an ideal situation to be in. If you've confided in somebody and then somebody has just kind of put that information publicly out there without their prior consent, then we're talking ethical boundaries being crossed here. And I mean, I know TeamEmmsie and everybody in TeamEmmsie wouldn't want to see that happen to our dear friend Coyote.
But what if he asked for it?
If he's asked and he's given his consent, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
perhaps he was a little bit shy in having to do it. Just he didn't want to see the reaction firsthand. So, it's a brave thing.
I think I do remember a time when MissRaaw actually wasn't with us, that Mr. Coyote Wildfire said that Stream Daddy Rev had all consent for anything ever. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, you know what? I'm so confident that I quote, I give Stream Daddy Rev consent to anything for me, signed Coyote Wildfire.
Oh shit.
I actually remember that. So, you know what? I think it's perfectly okay. We're gonna chalk this one up to it's okay.
I mean, it's a shame that Coyote's not going to be at TwitchCon because I'd have given consent. It's fine.
Nice.
Thank you.
I want to go to TwitchCon. That is
Same.
one of my goals. That is one of my goals as a streamer is to save up enough money to actually go and meet a bunch of people that I watch on a daily.
Can we start a GoFundMe so we can go?
I know. This is a genuine question. Do you guys have a TwitchCon local there, or do you guys have to fly to the States to come in?
I'm headed to San Jose in October. We don't have one in the UK. We don't have anything here. In the UK, well, that's a lie, actually. We do have some stuff here. Just most of it's a bit toss. So we've got EGX and we've got EGX Resid, which are the only two good shows in the UK. One is in Birmingham, which is a 20-minute train ride for me. That's not bad. And then there's the EGX Resid, which is a smaller, more sort of compact show, but it's just as busy, based in London. And that can be really expensive, or it can be quite cheap. It depends on how much I'm willing to fork over for a hotel.
Right.
But there's some other stuff.
Huh?
I said, how about you? Do you have anything where you live at?
I mean, we have DreamHack, but that's like the only thing that we have.
Gotcha. Well, dang.
And it's
that
like
is
twice a year or something. Even Soda Poppin' comes to DreamHack. Starstruck?
Like
No, I'm just kidding.
Is DreamHack a big deal then?
I think in like Scandinavia and Europe, I think it's a big deal. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look.
I mean,
this
I've
up.
never been there, and I live in Sweden, so like, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to look this up because I mean I've heard of it. I mean it's big enough that I've heard of it, but I've never looked into it. I'm going to look into it.
Do it.
But yeah, Datasaurus also said Insomnia isn't too bad. I actually was offered tickets to that Datasaurus, but I actually didn't go. I was ill the day before the show was supposed to start, and then I was just like, no, I'm not going to book a. I'm not going to go down there and do that.
Yeah. Well, dang, it's about that time, MissRaaw. I'm sorry that I stole the show. I'm sorry that Phoenix's beard stole the show, and that I'm just kidding. We all know that you are obviously the centerpiece of tonight. So Phoenix, go ahead, take us out, buddy.
Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone at TeamEmmsie, and those of you who may not be a part of TeamEmmsie, we welcome you to this family podcast as well. Thank you so much to MissRaaw and Debok and myself. I'm going to hand things back over to our good man Dosrev. Thank you so much, everybody. Ta-ra!
What looks like stars at the bottom.
Okay, wait. You got 5 wires, right?
We don't touch anything! No! Snooze! Snooze! Fucking alarm went off.
You'll make
I hear a gen.
That's rude.
I know, isn't it? Oh, what a joke! What a joke!
Gonna zap the brain with a little electricity? This really doesn't sound safe.
Do a barrel roll!
You want me to do a barrel roll? Fine! Fine, Protego! I'm gonna do a barrel roll! Watch me do a barrel roll! Here we go! We're gonna barrel roll! We're gonna barrel roll! We're rolling! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whee! Don't break something. No, I've done enough of this now where I know what it looks like when I'm about to fall over, so I'm trying not to do that. Look at, I even came back with some polar seltzer water. Yay! Wow, I didn't know I could do that from barrel rolls. That's amazing. Yeah! Oh, it's wet. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's going down my shirt. Okay.
Did you see me hit that guy? I threw him he was in mid-jump off the fucking top of this fucking thing right here. I fucking hit him with a sleep dart, and he fucking fell like a sack of potatoes and fucking hit the ground. It was amazing. It was so awesome, dude.
Honey, you need to dance. You need to dance. Yeah. He's twerking.
Somebody clip it. Just clip it.
Yeah, this is Felix Hergood of the Emergent Gamer Podcast and the TeamEmmsie Podcast here with Tibby.
How's it going?
I don't even. I told Tibby that the last time we did this, I kind of like hogged all his thunder. He had shit to say about a game. You know, he's very passionate about this game. He's playing it right now. I'm passionate about this game, but I'm not playing it currently right now. I'm playing its sister game. What is the game, Tibby?
We're actually reviewing Assassin's Creed Syndicate today.
Right. We're boring the fuck out of all the people who hate this game. This is like oil and vinegar with some people.
Really?
Do you know that? Yeah. There are literally people who are incensed right now in the chat that because we're about ready to talk about an Assassin's Creed game and they hate it. It's it's like
this one actually like revived my Assassin's Creed playing because I played Unity and it sucked.
Right. And I disagree with you because you should go back and play it. But it's corporate, right? It's a fucking game that has nothing but fetch quests. It's a game where you just boringly collect shit for hours, and you and I fucking love it.
Oh yeah.
Now, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Well, no, like exactly like you said, it's fetch quests all over the place, and the map is huge. London is, I think it is like one of the bigger maps in the.
I think Phoenix Ryan would argue that it is probably the greatest map of London he's ever seen.
I think so too. I'd have to agree with. I've never been to London, but
and he's literally stood probably in the London map.
Did he dive off one of the towers?
I don't know if he did that, man. But I mean, with that beard, he might get it caught on something on the way down. Like I wouldn't do it. That's crazy.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But like the only problem I have with this game, I got a couple, but with the map size, they can't run as fast as anybody else.
Who?
Like you got these quests where you have to like chase somebody down, try and tackle somebody, or you have to like go after a carriage or something.
Yeah, there was a lot of that in that game.
There's a ton of it.
You have to run and jump on somebody.
Yeah. And like in other Assassin's Creed games that I've played, you can hold like A or whatever it is on the PlayStation, and you can do like a faster sprint. There's none of that. Like you have to find a carriage to go faster, or you have to like use the zip line, which is just. Ugh.
Besides the new tool, what was the new tool again? What is that called? I haven't played in a while.
What, that zip line?
Yeah, what is
zip line?
the thing? Yeah, the thing where you shoot it between two buildings and then you
woo!
And then the thing that always fucked me up with that is you'd get like halfway down the line, and then the character wouldn't keep. It's not like a zip line where they jump on with like a piece of wire and then just like ride down it. It's like you shoot it between the buildings, and then they get halfway, and then they got to pull themselves along it.
Yeah, they're using one hand to like ride across.
They would always fuck with me. I'd get to the middle and I go, "Why'd she stop?" And then I realized I have to hit a button to get her to pull herself further because it's literally it's a pulley, not a pull. Is it a pulley? A roller system.
Yeah, it's like
like you shoot it from the gun. It was invented by who was that? Alexander fucking Graham Bell. Evidently,
yeah,
I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real. But it was like you shoot the gun, and then there's like this rolly system that you're rolling on it.
Okay. And you still have to you need like the momentum.
You lose momentum like halfway down.
Well, actually, we're gonna stay on.
Then you're stuck like hanging. What the fuck am I doing up here? I one time I just sat there like live on stream, just looking around while she was hanging, like looking at shit. Because you're really high up on some of those, like when you're fucking around with Big Ben and Parliament and shit.
Well, one thing I did want to mention about that zip line is that, I mean, it was kind of a cool feature being able to go across, not having to jump down off the buildings, run across the street, and then go back up. But the icon for it was so touchy.
For the
for the zip line.
For the
like,
zip line. Like
yeah.
like you couldn't. Well, are you sure that's based on like it being touchy, or that you couldn't see it because it kind of blended in with the terrain?
On some instances, it did blend in with the terrain,
Yeah,
but
I seem to remember it blending in with the terrain quite
yeah.
frequently.
And then if you're looking like across, like if you're looking across the street and you see a like a building, and you kind of scan across it, you can't always get like the right spot.
Yeah,
It'll jump.
I noticed that I had less difficulty with that one when the buildings were super high rise, like really tall towers or whatever. And it was really fucking hard when you were at that warehouse level, when you were trying to figure out where the next warehouse point was, like
Oh yeah.
to hit. And sometimes you're doing this under like constraint because you got to chase like a dude across buildings who's running through the rooftops of London, like fucking that dude from Mary Poppins. What was his
Oh,
name?
I hated that. I hated that part.
Yeah. What did you think though of the murder mysteries? I thought they were
They
better.
were cool.
I thought they were better developed than the murder mysteries that were in the Paris game. They were definitely better developed than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed those. You could, so in case anybody doesn't know, in the new development that happened, you know, I'm saying, in case anybody doesn't know, nobody played fucking Unity because they were told by the media not to play it and then didn't play it, or they played it and it was legitimately broke. So yeah, that sucked.
Because they got it for free.
Right. But if you ended up going back and playing Unity, they introduced a mechanic that was these murder mysteries that you solved where you met with real famous people from that time period. It was people from the French Revolution in Unity, and then later in this game in Syndicate, which if anyone doesn't know, takes place in the 1860s, which is just past the height of the in London of the Industrial Revolution. The
Right.
Industrial Revolution is full swing at this point. And that's why there's a lot of like metal work and factories for
Yeah, like
all that
they're transitioning into it and stuff.
yeah, but like they introduced these murder mysteries where you know you're trying to solve a murder for like a famous like person from that time period. And I thought it was like one of the coolest parts of the new games because you meet historical figures and you interact with them. And like Charles, the best was when you bump into fucking Charles Dickens,
Charles
like
Dickens,
fucking
yeah.
on the street, you know, like he's a dude. It's so good, man.
Well, that was the same with some of the other characters too, because I think
You mean
like Charles Darwin was another one that
you mean yeah, you bump into Darwin too. I forget.
opened a Darwin too.
Darwin was the focus of I think a couple of the murder mysteries. They were it was Darwin, wasn't it? Or was
I think he was the focus. No, he was the focus of like some of the side quests and stuff.
he was just a side quest guy?
Yeah.
Okay. But go ahead.
Since we're kind of nitpicking a little bit at some of the newer mechanics.
You're tearing up the game. You say it's your favorite, but now you're ripping in a new asshole. Like what like what's the deal here? Tell me some virtue, dude. I don't want to hear all vice.
All right, we'll get back to the nitpicking later, but I gotta say these are two of my favorite characters in the series.
I agree. I thought they were great. I love them.
Yeah, they're basically you play these two twins and you can switch between them as long as you're not in like a particular mission or a story. You can switch between them on the fly.
Evie and Jacob Fry.
Yep, the Fry
twin.
The Fry twins.
Now the biggest problem I had with that was the fact that when this game came out, subsequently to that, Rockstar came out with a game called Grand Theft Auto 5 that did a character switching thing better than it. So I had a comparison point.
Yeah, I never played Grand Theft Auto 5.
So Grand Theft Auto 5 had a character switching thing where you would go to space and come back down, and the character would be randomly somewhere else doing something.
Yep.
And in this, the way the mechanic worked in Syndicate is you just go into the menu, switch, and the spot where that character is standing is now the girl. And I thought that was lazier than what Rockstar did. But if you didn't have that comparison, you might have thought that was cool.
It was, but I can kind of see how the reasoning behind that, because you're in like a simulation.
Right. So you can just switch them.
So you can just kind of get that laziness, but they're
Dude,
like, oh yeah, it's a simulation, so it works.
Dude, in every Assassin's Creed game, it all falls back on the excuse. Like, it's a simulation. This would work out fine. Yeah, like
just the way that they like created Jacob and Evie Fry. Like you had Jacob, he was he was like charismatic. He was reckless, but he was also blunt, like in his attacks and stuff. He came across as like more of the fighter, more of the like, oh, we're gonna do it this way.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the street fighting man.
Yep. Whereas like Evie Fry, she was, um, she's she almost came across intelligent. She understood what Jacob was doing, but then she's like, let's do it this way because it makes more sense, and we're gonna do it behind the scenes. We're not gonna do it up front.
But from a gameplay perspective, her focus was stealth.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So the game, by playing as her, the game, and I found myself playing as her more often. You end up playing the game in a more stealth-like manner, which I thought was really cool because her perks were related to stealth. And that's one thing that they really started incorporating in this game. They started incorporating a developed perk tree. It's like what we see in Origins right now. It was engendered in this game, which I thought was pretty cool.
See, I haven't played Origins yet.
Right. So Origin has a 100% full throttle, like developed perk tree style, which not full throttle like fucking Path of Exiles, but like, you know what I mean, people. But it's like much more developed than any Assassin's Creed game ever had. And which means that this is going to be a precursor to what they're going to do in. So these two games are like the testing ground for what they're doing in Greece, because
Right.
you're gonna have two entirely separate characters with separate storylines and arcs, like choices you can make that fuck up that storyline, you know, and make decisions for it, which I think is going to be further along in the development, you know, like, so it's one thing I've noticed over the years, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Tibby, but like, have you noticed that Assassin's Creed developers kind of work out mechanics in games and then develop them further in the next game? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, because you were mentioning how like they're
sorry.
implementing different things and different, they're bringing in parts of one game and into another. That was probably the coolest moment I had, because there is a part in Assassin's Creed Syndicate where they tie in what they have a character that came from one of the Chronicle games, right?
Yeah. So, technically, if you played Syndicate, you'll meet an Indian assassin nicknamed Greeny. I don't remember what his real name is.
I think it was
Greeny. He is the son of Arbaz Mir. I know his last name's Mir, but he is the son of Arbaz Mir, who is the main protagonist of the Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, which is a side scroller 2D game that I actually will be playing on my stream in coming month. But yeah, that's
and then you had
all the games are tied in.
It was kind of cool because there was one particular tie-in, and I don't want to kind of spoil it, but it was like,
oh, go ahead, fuck it.
it was all right. It was mind blowing because they're talking about a character. I mean, they're talking about is it Kennedy or Kenway? No, Kenway from Black Flag.
Oh yeah. There's a mission that you do where you break into Kenway's house. This is long after he's dead. Like, because
and you gotta like find all these different things, and then you discover that he was the father of the assassin that you played at the beginning of Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Before you go into
right. Well, at this point, the players must already know that, but it's fun to like find the Easter egg in the house where you're just like, oh, this is okay, that's cool, and then you find out.
I didn't make that connection until that mission hit.
Right. You find out when you're in the house, like what happened to Kenway, like what happened after the pirate missions and all that cool shit. It's really cool. Like, I think the game's pretty dope. I mean, I think
I did like the little tie-ins like that. I thought that was great.
And that the historical significance that they constantly imbue in these games is outstanding. If anyone cares about history, they'll enjoy this game. If you don't care about history, you'll just be like, that's a boring collecting bullshit game. Fuck that game.
Right. Here's another fetch quest.
Another fetch quest. But if you are embroiled in history like I fucking am, you'll lose your shit on this game. On all of them. I'd lose my shit on all of them.
Now there was a couple of collectibles. I mean, you got the collectibles like in all the other games. I did like the fact that this had a beer collectible.
A beer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, collect beers. I never.
You had to collect beers.
Go back and finish that game. I'm gonna fucking platinum that bitch.
And if when you collect a beer, you get a codex, just like in in all these Assassin's Creed games, you get like a little history on it in the menu. It was funny because one of the guys from like the Now times, he's reviewing the beers from back then, and he's just tearing them apart.
That's good.
There's one he's like calls it piss water. I wouldn't drink at this.
Is that the Sean character?
Yeah, it's Sean.
Sean is such a dick, dude.
And he's just ripping these beers apart.
Yeah.
He finally finds one that he actually likes. He's like, finally, I find one that doesn't taste like London shit in a sewer hole.
So, did we come up with a rating system? What would you give this game? Well, do you want to do 5 stars? Let's do 5 stars.
Rating systems. I'm more of recommending them for streaming.
Okay.
And just like a couple weeks ago, when I suggested Tomb Raider to stream because of the open world that it has, this one I'm going to recommend the same thing. It's a sandbox title. It has plenty of things to do, so you can concentrate on chat. Combat does need your focus because it moves a lot faster than some of the previous titles if you played any of them. What I do like about it is that the story sections don't take as long. You're not sitting there for 5 or 10 minutes going through a cutscene, just reading or watching.
But I mean, during that time, you could interact with chat. So
exactly.
That's pretty good.
You can interact with them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this game for streaming too. It's a great game for some of the flaws that it has. It's got great characters. It has, like you said, it's got the history aspect of it, especially in London in the 1860s. And then if you like the previous titles, you can, you'll see those tie-ins.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's been our review of Assassin's Creed. I hope you guys fucking enjoyed it. There's gonna be more boring ass games that we're gonna talk about in the future because that's what we play. All right, that's what you get from the Emergent Gamer Podcast, TeamEmmsie Podcast. That's what you're gonna get. You get us?
All right.
Are we out? Are we in? Where are we?
Timmy,
I don't even know where the hell we are. Back to Dose Rev right fucking now.
How about if I unmute my mic too? All right. Well, that does wrap up our TeamEmmsie podcast for this week, dude. I don't know about you, Coyote. I felt like tonight flew by.
It did. It really did. There was such a variety of different things. There were different hosts and different people to provide different content. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I can't speak for chat. The chat seemed pretty engaged, and I enjoyed that. I think probably my favorite part, obviously, was seeing my face on camera. Interacting in chat. That was
Yes, exactly. D-Bach. I mean, Coyote.
Yeah. Coyote Bach.
Oh no! Your camera froze for a good 10 seconds there. I was like, oh no.
Oh no! Thanks for that, Discord. But yeah, no, there was a lot of fun. I saw a whole bunch of my different friends and whatnot that have been in TeamEmmsie and the different communities around. I don't know. I don't know about you, man, but I think it was a good turnout. It was all right.
It was. And I will go ahead and say, for once, no technical issues. Ha!
Well, apart from these ones. What? Okay, now I made it weird. I
don't understand. I don't understand the reference. I don't get it. What do you mean?
I got dropped on my head as a kid, which is why that clip happened. Yeah. Oh my God, that was embarrassing though.
I did have one thing that I wanted to point out for anyone who watched the montage. The clip, Phoenix Ryan wanted me to point out to everyone, the clip of him laughing hysterically. You may have missed it, so you'll have to go back and check it out on the VOD. But what he's actually doing is he had already died in that game, and he was spectating someone, and he was laughing at how bad that person was at playing the survivor. So he wanted me to point that out.
Poorly.
Yeah.
So It's been a lot of fun, Joe Strev. It looks like we're going to be wrapping it up here. Do we have somebody to get those raid cannons?
I was gonna look for them to raid while you said goodnight and sort of told everyone to make sure they stay tuned for the raid. Actually, is that
excellent? Okay, well, chat, you know what that means, and you know how we do. When we start wrapping up the podcast, I want to see you guys get loud, get rowdy, start drinking whatever is next to you. My glass is empty, but yeah. You know how we do. When we want to show our support for another streamer, we get that ready to go and we light up that chat just like you guys lit up our lives. And we're going to go find the next person to make their night and start off their weekend. Hope to see you guys.
They're playing Dead by Daylight right now, by the way.
Oh, they're playing Dead by Daylight. Okay, all right. So now we're gonna really make some noise and prevent them from being able to hear the hatch.
Yes.
But I hope to see you guys 8 p.m. Friday night, Eastern time, mind you, next week for the next TeamEmmsie podcast.
I just want to add one more thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We have an amazing group of people that work on this podcast. It's been my pleasure as the podcast leader to work with this team, and it's been building and growing every week. If you have any clips of anyone in TeamEmmsie, yourself, anyone else, please direct message them to Phoenix Ryan. If you have a game you'd like to see reviewed, send it to Tibby. If you want to show someone your penis, send that to Coyote. I mean, just get in touch with us on Discord. But on top of that, if you had fun at all, make sure you're following everyone involved in the podcast. We have the credits section that we're going to do while we set up our raid. We would appreciate it because we just want to have fun and we want to see in our streams as well. Right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. After that, I'm gonna get some DMs that I'm gonna have to explain, and that's not gonna be a good time.
Yes, exactly. So, Coyote, I'm sorry that I had to add something on after your fantastic.
No, not at all.
Your fantastic outro. How about this? Let's just go on out of here with a big old TeamEmmsie and Borf. How's that?
TeamEmmsie Borf.
Yeah, come on, you can do better than that.
Usually, if I'm going to be borfing, it's when somebody cheers one less than 100.
Okay, well then now, all right. I don't want to take any thunder away from that. How about TeamEmmsie hype? Let's go.
TeamEmmsie, oh whoop whoop.
Oh, whoop whoop. Good night, everyone.